They tell us what we want. They tell us what we need. They control us, and we don't even know it.
This is part 3 of the Dunya Deception, where we take a look at the 13 most powerful families on Earth, the 13 bloodlines of the elite. Let's begin.
The Astor family. They are of Jewish origin. The original Astor, John Jacob Astor, was a Freemason. He made his millions from the fur trade and China's opium trade. He was in with the government, intelligence agencies, and banks. The Astor family donates money to the New York Public Library. Makes one wonder how much influence they have over the books there. Also, they own hotels like Hotel Astoria in New York. It has been claimed that the Astor family were one of the families that were involved in the spread of the evolution theory. The family were members of the American Museum of Natural History and the National Institute of Social Sciences. They are part of the Illuminati groups, such as the Round Table, Skull and Bones, and the Pilgrims. A very powerful member of the Astor family went down with the Titanic. The Astor family also influenced the spread of communism.
The Bundy family. The Bundy family are a family of lawyers. Most of us have heard about Ted Bundy, the serial killer. He said, "The Force caused him to kill. The Force would just consume me."
The Force is strong and is weak.
The Collins family. It has been said that the head of the throne, the head of the 13 bloodlines, is a woman. A very powerful Collins woman. They are a family of insurance executives, that's what they claim. But they have many secrets. They are involved in the occult and witchcraft, blood sacrifices. They control the CIA and FBI. A Collins was even one of the astronauts on Apollo 11 that went to the moon. And who knows what he saw up there on the moon? We'll dive into that on another episode of the Dunya Deception series.
The Dupont family. Satanists, occultists, a dynasty of kings. They are involved in satanic rituals, and as all the other elite families, they marry within the family to continue their royal bloodline. They made their empire by producing and selling weapons. A part of the depopulation agenda. The Duponts helped develop the hydrogen bomb.
The Freeman family. They deemed themselves as the guards of the bloodline of Jesus, peace be upon him, the Priory of Zion, and the Knights Templars, who were known to be executed on Friday the 13th.
The Kennedy family. We've all heard of JFK. How much power would this family have if one of them was the leader of the free world? Their government influence runs deep, and the conspiracy of who killed JFK still continues.
The Li family, a Chinese family of royals. They are paving the way for the New World Order. China has massive new empty villages with no one living there. It's like they are preparing for something. The Prime Minister of China is a communist. The Li family spread communism and enforce their laws. They want to wipe out religion all over the world, as do the other elite families.
The Onassis family. A man named Aristotle Socrates Onassis was once without a penny at the age of 21. All of a sudden, this man became a millionaire by the age of 23. The family owns a shipping company where they make their fortune. Aristotle's brother-in-law is a Bilderberg, an elitist Illuminati group.
The Russell family. All of the elite families take their secrecy seriously. They take oaths on the pain of death, and so do the Russells. They are part of the Watchtower Society, another I group. The founder of the group was a Russell. The family secretly served the NWO. They are members of the Masons, Fabians, Jehovah's Witnesses, Jesuits, and Mormons, all I groups.
The Van Dyne family. A Dutch family who are the least known and very secretive. A. Van Dyne owns the Planned Parenthood Federation of America. They deal with abortions, birth control, and sterilizations. Part of the agenda. Depopulation. Millions of dollars are being donated by the other elitist families to Planned Parenthood.
The Rockefeller family. We've all heard of the Rockefeller Center in New York City. It is interesting to know that their main floor for invite-only meetings are held on the 33rd floor. This powerful family owns several trusts and foundations. They provide for universities, news, TV, and Lucas Trust, the Luciferian organization. They also have control over Time magazine, one of New York's top-ranked magazine companies. The Rockefellers control Cadence Industries, who own the Marvel Comics. This is fitting for them as they all think that they are gods. They own over 100 homes, known to have hidden tunnels and secret rooms. They're in the refining oil business and own oil reserves, which of course makes a huge fortune.
The Rothschild family, a Jewish bloodline who made their fortune from banking and usury, a family of royals who only marry within the family to preserve their royal bloodline. Rothschild left money in his will for building projects in Jerusalem. There is a street named after him there. Does this not sound like paving the way for the Dajjal? The Rothschilds helped to pave the way to the nation of Israel by slowly and secretly dictating policies in Palestine for years since after World War I. They are a family of Satanists. Did you know that the Star of David was not the Jewish symbol until the Rothschilds started to use it? It is a hexagram and was part of the Seal of Solomon. And we know that Prophet Solomon, peace be upon him, never practiced black magic, but outside Islam, Solomon is seen as a magician. And the Seal of Solomon was used by ancient magicians, witches and druids in the past. The Rothschilds created Israel, and so Israel carries the symbol, which the innocent Jewish people, who are the majority, think that it is the symbol of their faith, when actually it has a darker past. There are accounts from ex-insiders of high-level satanic meetings attended by Rothschilds and other mother families. In these meetings, along with despicable rituals, great discussions carried on about what was prepared to happen in the near future. Things that had not gone according to plan were discussed. This quote lets us draw interesting conclusions. Firstly, that the families are actively trying to affect the world we live in. Secondly, that not everything goes to plan. Some people often say that everything is a conspiracy because a lot of the scary schemes that are being talked about don't seem to actually materialize. But in reality, there are bad, evil things being planned, but only the things that God allows to happen will happen. The Rothschilds have their hands in important treaties, banks, the US Federal Reserve, and British intelligence, MI5. It has been said that they control half of the wealth of the world. The whole world amounts to $1 to $2 quadrillion, and they have at their disposal $500 trillion.
We have come to the end. The 13th bloodline. The Merovingian family.
Everything begins with choice.
No, wrong. Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without.
The elite believe that the Antichrist will be born from this family. According to them, they are the bloodline of Jesus, peace be upon him. Holy Grail, holy blood. This family goes back to ancient times, back to ancient Egypt and Babylon. They are of Jewish origin, and they believe their origin started at the house of King David, peace be upon him. The bloodline of David, peace be upon him, which is said to also be the bloodline of Jesus, peace be upon him. We are told by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that the Dajjal will rise from the east, and he will be born into a childless family, who have been praying for a child for many years, and finally they will be given a child. And this child will end up ruling the entire planet and leading a vast amount of people to their ultimate doom. When will this child be born? We will dive into that on another episode. Maybe he is already here, waiting to be let loose to fill the world with a force so heavy that most of the people of the world will fall for his deception.